Good evening, Dr. Stella Osamwiki and fellow classmates. My name is Dion, and I'll be talking about informed consent. So I looked up the informed consent that I found online belonged to West Texas Counseling and Guidance Center, and I was actually impressed at their informed consent because it was pretty long and thorough and concise. It covered, the mental health services, the capacity. It covered the therapist. It covered appointments and cancellations. It covered number and length of sessions. It covered relationships, goals, purposes, and techniques of therapy, confidentiality, duty to warn, risk of therapy, payment for services, court, and after-hour emergencies, therapist incapacity or death. It also covered consent to treatment and contact information. So I covered a lot, and I was actually impressed. It was pretty thorough. I was like, wow, it's a lot of pages. When I looked up the requirements for the state of Texas, their informed consent, it just says that that persons practicing are required to notify the patients has to give a full disclosure of specific risk and hazards depending on what the treatment is going to be. And this is from Bellow Law. That was according to Bellow Law. And when I looked at the ACA Code of Ethics and what they say about informed consent, they just stated in ACA Code of Ethics 2014 A2A, it says that pretty much that the clients have the freedom and the right to choose and pick if they want to enter in or remain in a counseling relationship, and they have to get adequate information. So they need to know the risks and the benefits of counseling. And also it states that informed consent should be an ongoing process, not just a one-time thing that you do maybe in the beginning of therapy, but ongoing, written and verbal. So I like that. And then from our textbook, according to Remley Jr. and Hurley, they stated that this is the Ethical, Legal, and Professional Issues in Counseling, 6th edition. They stated that informed consent in the mental health field, that one in particular I'll be talking about, there's, it's up to the counselor to make sure that they're letting the clients know about possible risks, benefits, payments, what would happen in any event that the notes are summons for court, if they have to cancel the relationship, the therapy sessions, things of that sort. So the similarities that I saw were the Code of Ethics and also in the textbook, and also the Texas state informed consent. They all stated that the therapist must let the clients know of the benefits and the risk of counseling. And some differences I saw was that it was very elaborate. The informed consent that I found online was very elaborate and was in detail, very thorough, whereas the Code of Ethics and also the textbook states that it doesn't necessarily have to be elaborate as that, but there are certain key points that must be mentioned. Okay, so that's my understanding of the Code of Ethics and informed consent. Thank you. Bye-bye.